Hi, it's Vicki, and today's reading, it's August 27th. Today's reading is from Each Day a New Beginning. And here goes. Acceptance is not submission. It is acknowledgement of the facts of a situation, then deciding what you're going to do with it. Kathleen Casey Thiessen. Recovery offers us courage to make choices about the events of our lives. Passive compliance with whatever is occurring need no longer dominate our pattern of behavior. Powerlessly watching our lives go by was common for many of us, and our feelings of powerlessness escalated the more idle we were. Today, action is called for, thoughtful action in response to the situations begging for our attention. Recovery's greatest gift is the courage to take action, to make decisions that will benefit us as well as the people who are close to us. Courage is the byproduct of our spiritual progress. Courage to accept what we cannot change, believing that all will be well. Courage to change in ourselves what we do have control over. An exhilaration about life accompanies the taking of action. The spell that idleness casts over us is broken, and subsequent actions are even easier to take. Clearly making a choice and acting on it is healthful. The program has given us the tools to do both. Decisions will be called for today. I will be patient with myself and thoughtful. I will listen closely to the guidance that comes from those around me. And this is so important. And whether you're in recovery or not, the Serenity Prayer isn't exclusive to recovery, but it's so important in mine. So the Serenity Prayer says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that is epic because we could sit there and we can be paralyzed and we can be idle and we could complain that, oh, all this is happening to us. And it might have happened to us. Something might have happened to us, right? But I have the ability and I need to, for myself, be able to either move on from it. I could either move on from it or I can hold on to it. It's kind of like my therapist used to talk to me about when somebody hands you a hot potato, you don't have to catch it. You do not have to catch the hot potato, right? So having the courage to not take on something that is not yours is super important, right? And in this reading, you know, recovery did give me so much in terms of action, in terms of walking through feelings, in terms of being aware of what's going on. And you can't just accept something as it is and then pretend like you're just in acceptance. What you can do is you can look at it and you can break it down. Is this something that I can do something about? Like, let's just say I'll use a job for example. So I have this job, and what happens in this job I don't agree with, and I could either I could accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change all these other people at the job, right? Courage to change the things I can. I can change what I do about it. I don't like it. I could either say something or I could be miserable. And the wisdom to know the difference. So knowing through my action that, I can ask for change. And if a change doesn't happen, and the things in the job that are frustrating and upsetting and toxic, if they continue, well then what is my choice? I can leave the job. But there is so much in there that you need to take action. So if you just sit and don't do anything, you'll never know what's so important. So for me, it really is about stepping up and not powerlessly watching my life go by noticing it. And granted, we need to pause, we need to see, we need to look at, okay, so did I do something that is instigating this? Can I change my behavior to make this a thing that's happening stop happening? Yes or no? You know, it's like a flow chart, right? And when we stop, nothing changes. And they always say in the rooms of recovery, nothing changes if nothing changes. But there is a process of getting there. It doesn't just, you don't just say, okay, my job sucks, I'm going to stay in it and be miserable. Or you can say, my job is okay, and if I just change my reaction to this, maybe I can live with it. Or I tried to change my reaction to it, nothing happened, it's time to go. Um, we all have those and with people, places, and things. We all have things that upset us or that make us happy, right? But we need to do what's best for us. And in this the whole idea of taking care of myself and being healthy and being well is looking at these things and looking what I can do so that I don't stay stuck, because before I got into recovery, I was constantly churning over and over in my head all these things that everybody did to me and how much it sucked. But I did nothing about it. So I would have really hated being my friend, because all I did was complain about the same stuff over and over and over again. And today I don't really do that. I might be stuck on something and I might have a few conversations with my friends or my sponsors, but I really don't get stuck like that. I mean, there were years of things that I would just completely complain about for years and years and years and years. And to all my friends and family that listen to me, thank you and I love you. And I do apologize. Oh, I just made an amends. Just kidding. Um, but really, do that for yourself. Take a look at the situation. Take a look at what your part is, and take a look at what you can do to change it. And if you can't, most of the time you're not changing anybody else's behavior. All you can really change is your own. So acceptance is ultimately the goal. Can I be in acceptance of this or not? So so that's that. That reading was good. And I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful you're here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you're able to look at something that's bothering you and look at it a little different, because I know there's lots of those things. So thank you. Be good, be well, and namaste.